Vanessa, how's your week been? Good to see
Pretty
you.
good. I got three new clients last week.
Let's
So,
go.
yeah,
Hey,
not exactly my ideal clients, but it's still business. It's money rolling through my account.
you got to start where you can start. You've got to build momentum. The fact that you know what an ideal client is and that you know who your ideal client is the separation point of most marketers. Like until you have 10 clients, don't turn away people. Take the money. And with the headache comes things that you learn that either you never want to do or new ways to communicate with difficult people because even I've taken on people that seemed like they were my ideal client, and a month later, it's like, oh, why are you being like this? So even when you feel like you run into this person and you onboard them and you're like, man, I love them, they're awesome, and you feel as if they're your ideal client, that doesn't mean that they can't change into that. I say take challenge accepted. I say take it and run with it because it will help give you better understandings of how to set expectation and how to better onboard and how to deal with difficult clients. Because the better we can do that, the easier it is to manage those people and to turn them into good clients. That's awesome. So, are you doing like some Facebook marketing stuff for them? Are you doing reviews, or what kind of services are you all starting with?
Yeah, so one of them I'm doing Facebook ad. It's
Perfect.
for an account. So I'm doing Facebook ads for that. I'm doing some GHL, like they have a bunch of issues in their funnel that they need fixed. So I'm fixing those. And then what was the other one? Oh, it's a brand new business. So we're doing the foundational like setup of all of the social media stuff, just branding stuff that
Yeah,
needs
just
done.
building a foundation for them. That's good. I've built some of that and have helping with somebody with that. So those are always good things because they help launch somebody into the need of what you need for your service. And that's get who you can get until you get your first 10. And even if you're doing it for free, even if they're just paying for Facebook ads, like your first three should be free. So to
Right.
just do and get what you can get. Now, if they pay you money, bonus, kudos, all of that. And because the experience that you get, and then you go, huh, I got those three. What would it feel like if I had six? What, man, let me keep going and see if I can find three more while these three are still here. Because once you figure out how to manage six clients, any agency that gets over this magic number, it will seems to scale to higher numbers than any other agency. The goal for everybody should be like six clients or die, because over five clients, you are handling and managing more clients than most marketers that are in the game. So yes, there are marketers that have hundreds of clients and they only run SaaS and they only run high level and they don't ever talk to their clients, and they've got like, I know some people that have like thousands and thousands of clients, but that's not really our model either. So you want to have something that makes more sense. That's awesome. That's a testament to the systems to be able to even onboard and service three clients in a week or a couple weeks. And that's the key. It's like this is possible. And you didn't even run ads. And it's just like, okay, cool. How consistent can I get with that? Client acquisition should always be your main focus. You can be the worst marketer, you can provide the worst leads, you can have the worst onboarding, and you can never talk to your client. But if you can always bring in clients, you're going to get good at all those things you currently suck at. Some of them are going to go, I like this. So even if you feel like you suck and you did terrible, client acquisition for any business, not even just marketing, for any business is the most important thing. Rob Jones, how are you, man? I see you down there.
How's it going?
How's you still out in California?
Well, this is where I live.
I don't know. People move around a lot this day and age. So
Just from one place to the other, but I still have the beach properties. So yeah, you're right. You're
yeah.
right. Both of those. Yeah.
How's things with you? You still you running any marketing stuff? Anything?
Oh yeah, I'm still doing the same. What I'm doing right
Nice.
now is got another business going on that's going to further fund so I can scale up, as you and I discussed a couple months ago.
That's right.
I'm got to get some other stuff going. I'm going to go a little bit more Automate it.
That's it. Yeah. The more you can automate your business, if the hot dogs cook themselves, you can focus on other things and not just cooking the hot dogs at your hot dog stands.
I learned something. A lot of people still do business the old school way. When I'm at a networking function of some sort, something tangible always helps. So you get a couple of dollars and get some business cards printed up. I didn't do it for a while and found out it wasn't effective. It wasn't as effective as if I said, yeah, here's my card and so on. So they were going to the website and everything, but if they can have that card at a glance, I saw a marked difference in response and follow-up.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it because a lot of people don't use business cards. I said, I'm going to try that. But with some people, they're still old school, especially with the realtors. But it's not just the realtors. The realtors are more, that's what's going to be more automated. I still run into folks that have this or have that, and it's interesting. Like the psychologist I had, trying to get some chiropractors. It's all good in the hood. The one good thing out here, it's not seasonal. So it's always a good season to network. There's always something going on, rooftop parties, beach parties. You want to stay toward the higher end, but somebody who needs your help as possible. I can't stand dealing with broke folks. They will definitely charge you like they owe you some money. I said, man, I'm just trying to let me help you. Your businesses, some people would rather wallow in ineptitude and just let their businesses just go down the drain. I said, man, you need to go ahead but some people look at it, you got a lot of haters out there. They'll say, why should I make him rich? I got a business. I'll run this and that. So you have to be more selective on the people that I approach. Whole different type of crowd. So there's always something to be learned. You got to get out your comfort zone. I'm having a blast though.
That's awesome. Well,
I want an invite to this beach party.
I know, right? Rooftop parties.
Yeah, rooftop parties.
Like,
why am I not hanging out?
What are we doing wrong?
Freaking Ohio.
I'm over here typing behind my computer, talking to people.
Well, okay, in Ohio, that's seasonal. That's seasonal. So right now, it's hot back there. So
everybody's doing something now.
But the rooftop parties, they crank up around 5 or 6 in the evening back in Ohio. So what you do is you do a Google search on small business networking functions within the region you reside in Ohio, and it'll pull up a slew of them. I found a lot of success with women's business empowerment groups. They are serious. The women's groups are serious. You come in there correct.
And he's not even a woman.
Because you got that sultry voice, Robert.
Yeah, he's got what Chris Voss calls the late night DJ voice. Like anybody at the end of talking with Robert for any length of 2 minutes or more will simply just do whatever Robert says at the end. Because they're like, yep, I trust this guy with my life. I don't know what we're doing, but it sounds like it's right. You worked in radio too, I believe, back in the day. I think we talked about that.
Voiceovers. The radio spots.
That's right, voiceovers.
All the radio spots were network imaging 2.0.
Yeah, he's a voice actor.
But the other stuff takes different kind of things. That's still rocking and rolling, but
nice.
It helps if you're well versed, but if you know how to network out, there's gold out there. If you want gold, you got to go where the gold is. So you find out.
You got to go get it.
The rooftop parties, you want to find the upscale events. They're not hard to find. All you got to do is when you Google.
Well, again, if someone is sitting here and they're watching this and they have 10 clients or less, or have worked with less than 10 clients, do all the things that you can do to meet people that know your ideal client and know your niche. And they might not be it. I was in New York at a rooftop party talking to some guy, like randomly, he was flying his drone. And I'm like, how were you able to fly your drone? I bet you got some cool shots. He's like, I'm doing the marketing for these people. And I just obviously launched into marketing business, and it's hard for me to turn it off. But going to personal events, you may be talking to somebody. Let's say you're like, hey, I'm working with chiropractors, and you've gotten to the place where you're like, all right, I'm going to go all in. If someone raises their hand and says, please help me, and they're a dentist, cool, or whatever, I'll take them, but I'm going to work with chiropractors. So what's good about going to those events and maybe handing out a card or doing a little bit of in-person stuff is meeting people that know those people in your local areas. My first few clients in the real estate space were local. My first 4 real estate agent clients did live within about a 30 or 40 mile radius of me. So course, if you live in LA, 40-mile radius, it's not local, but you get the idea. Like they weren't necessarily 7 states away either. That gave me the confidence enough to be able to start working on my cold outreach game and to call people that maybe were in different places because maybe I knew somebody that knew somebody else. So sometimes you can meet somebody in a local space, have a good time, go to the rooftop party, go to the beach party, whatever kind of networking event. And it's not that that person necessarily has to be the person that see, people are very linear. They're like, I got to go from my house. I'm like, that works if you're driving a car, but that doesn't necessarily, the space of business building is a 3-dimensional one, meaning that the person that you meet might not be the chiropractor in this instance. That's what we're using, but they may know the chiropractor, or they may be like, you know what, my brother's uncle is a chiropractor, and be like, that's nuts. Like, where does he do business? Tell me about your brother. And like, hey, could I reach out to your brother or your uncle? You get what I'm talking about? Like, naturally, people are going to find a connection in their brain and go, oh, I know a chiropractor, or I go to a chiropractor. And now you have a connector point. Now you can say, hey, I was hanging out with Bobby. We were at the rooftop event, and he said that you're doing chiropractic. I'd love to talk to you about maybe helping you get some more patients, because that's what I do. You think that's going to get you a meeting? Of course. So
True, that works. I don't approach everybody, oh, this dude wants something or something like that. No, because
Right.
too many people want to know what you're into, depending on your attire and how you carry yourself.
And if you sit back and don't just assert like that you want to show people what you do.
You don't step to people that way. When I go out, they're going to see me across the room because I'm 6'9". So they gravitate over to me anyway, and they're going to say, hey, how you doing? It opens up. When you're waiting for your airline flight or anything, conversation is a very valuable tool, and how you use it, what impresses them to give you other information is that you don't ask for it. It's just there. The guy with the, what'd you say was Derek with the, what was the little flyby thing? The little, what's the little thing that flies up, takes pictures?
Oh, the drones? Yeah, the drone guy I was hanging out with.
Okay. You come across it, especially in LA. LA has so much of everything out here. Yep. You can't lose. He's doing, oh man, look, I'm just doing the layout for this, the marketing for this, and that, and the other. What else do you do? People like to talk about what they do. They like to talk about themselves. In that, I can go in and get in and acquire information, because it's an intelligent gathering market out there.
That's
so
right.
The more I find out what other clients you got, what else you do and everything. Then somewhere down the line, how's biz? So those people that asked you to do their layout and everything like that, how are their businesses doing? In that, you can find other opportunities as well as helping him, but you have to build up that level of trust. And so on the onset of meeting somebody or coming across somebody, I find out, is this person even worth me even talking to? And if not, is he the gateway to somebody else? Just like you said. Vanessa, what Derek is saying is true. If you can't make them a sale, you make them a source. If you can't sell them, get a referral out of them, get something, but you're constantly doing it, but you don't want to come across salesy. You're a consultant. You're not starving for money. You don't look that way. You go out and you look like, obviously he doesn't need any money. He's just sat the so they're going to want to peep your game and find out, why is this dude look so good and he's dressed and he doesn't have run over shoes on and all that stuff. His teeth are straight and yada, yada, yada. They're going to want, people are more curious about you sometimes than you are of them, depending on how you package yourself and how you come off.
Especially when you sit back and you just naturally show interest in them and a genuine curiosity. That carries over into when you do like meetings with people. If you do Zoom call meetings or in-person meetings, show genuine curiosity about them and their business, because at the end of the day, if you run into a business owner, I don't care what business they are, don't discount it as, well, this isn't my niche. This guy's a roofer and I work with real estate agents. That person may know 30 people that are in your niche. And if you make a friend and a contact and show curious and genuine, hey, cool. So you run like a roofing business? That's awesome. Like, how many roofs do you guys do? Just treat it like you're almost doing a fact-finding Zoom call or a discovery call with somebody, even in person, and show genuine curiosity. What's the name of your business? And how many employees you guys have? And like, what made you wanting to get into this? And this is amazing. Like, when you start asking questions about someone's business, they will light up and they will remember you more than anybody else in the room, because no one talks to them about their business throughout the day in the week.
Or when they do,
Other
it's
than
so
problems
phony.
and clients and what needs to happen, and you need to fix my roof, or you need to get it done on time, the inspirational stuff, you'll be memorable to them. And you do it just from a friend's perspective. And then they're going to naturally go, oh, well, what do you do? I actually do some marketing with real estate agents. That's really how I go about that.